Well, hello there, and thank you for joining us. A weather impact alert tops off our packed show today on THV 11 News at noon. Meteorologist Tracy Bean is tracking the love day conditions.
That's right. And now today, Valentine's Day is okay, but we want to go ahead and give you a heads up on some storms for tomorrow. So we're going to get to those details here in just a second, but we'll go ahead and start off with our temperatures in central Arkansas. We finally made it to 40 degrees, but it is still feeling a little chilly out there, feeling like 35. But again, across the state, everyone, especially in the northern portion of the state, Harrison, Mountain Home, really feeling the impacts of that cooler air mass. Now we are looking for this day to continue to have plenty of sunshine as we're heading into the evening. We'll still see those clouds and they'll start to build and become a bit thicker, and we're going to start to see some of those rain showers kick in. So hopefully you're home from dinner by this time around 10 p.m. But this is what we are talking about for your Saturday. An enhanced area in southeastern Arkansas again, but as you're making your way into north into the metro, you can see we still all have the possibility for severe weather. So this is going to be from around noon until 8 p.m. Now you will see thunderstorms throughout the day tomorrow, but this is going to be the prime time for that severe weather. So stay with me. We're going to talk more about this hour by hour and exactly what you can expect as we're heading into Saturday and Sunday.
Thank you, Tracy. Well, it's opening day for the Diamond Hogs. Today's doubleheader game will set them up for the weekend. The 4-game series happening right outside Baum-Walker Field. That's where we find Sports Director Tyler Cass. Tyler, how's the energy out there, and what should we know going into the weekend?
Yeah, Jurnee, it feels like opening day. There's just kind of it's anticipation buzzing everywhere. The weather doesn't keep them away. The fact that this first pitch got moved up 3 hours so we could play a doubleheader today, that just made everyone more excited for Diamond Hog baseball. The road to Omaha starts, well, in about 30 seconds or so. The national anthem just wrapped up. First pitch moments away when Gabe Gackle takes the mound against Washington State. And the Hogs, well, the last 2 seasons, they've ended right here at Baum-Walker Stadium in disappointment. But that's just driven this team to get even further.
It's driven us a ton. We have so many returners on the team that just have been a part of that. And so just those 2 disappointments the last 2 years have really driven the work ethic in this place. This is by far my favorite place to play just because our fans show up. I mean, it'll be 40 degrees and we could have a sold out crowd.
Yeah, wise words from Mr. Will McIntyre, who's seen an opening day or 2 in his time as a Diamond Hog. That's about what the temperature is. Not quite a sellout, but still a good amount packed in to Baum-Walker Stadium. Weather did impact things, as I mentioned. You see there, they're going to play a doubleheader today. First pitch tomorrow for Game 3 has been moved up to 1 p.m. A day off on Sunday, and then they'll wrap up the 4-game series against Washington State on Monday. Little Rock baseball gets going as well. They've also got regional dreams, and they've also got some weather changing things. They host Evansville, who actually made a super last year, for 2 games today, and then they'll play Game 3 tomorrow to wrap up that series. And of course, at Arkansas State and UAPB, it's Game 1 for brand new head baseball coaches. A-State hosts Morehead State in Jonesboro in a little bit. UAPB on the road for a doubleheader at Oral Roberts. We'll check in with all those games, plus highlights from what is hopefully a Game 1 win here in Fayetteville later on tonight, though. Now, live from Baum-Walker Stadium, Tyler Cass, THV 11 Sports. Guys.
All right, Tyler, thank you. Well, new today, the Arkansas governor has announced the master plan for higher education reform. Arkansas's Access is a bill modeled after the Arkansas Learns Act. Inside Access is an overhaul of the state's higher ed system. Its key components include acceleration, which equips students with career-oriented skills. It also focuses on cost, aiming to encourage an efficient funding model. The bill could also create a more uniform admissions process. Arkansas's Education Secretary Jacob Oliva says the system has went without being standardized for far too long. He adds the streamlined focus remains on, quote, enrollment, enlistment, and employment to ensure students have high quality, affordable options. Well, it saddens us to report the 43rd Arkansas governor has passed away. Jim Guy Tucker died at the age of 81 and leaves behind a memorable political career. Worley Hoyt reports.
Tucker went from Arkansas to Harvard and then back home, going from prosecuting attorney to state attorney general and then Congress. He served as lieutenant governor before taking over for Bill Clinton when he won the presidency in 1992. Tucker held the office until 1996 when he resigned following a conviction that emerged from the Whitewater investigation. The day of his resignation proved tumultuous.
However, effective at 2 p.m. today, I have turned the duties of the governor's office over to Mike Huckabee, the lieutenant governor.
He made that announcement, but then later reneged while raising questions about his trial. Hours later, he did resign, but only after threats of impeachment by Mike Huckabee, who had just been sworn in to replace him. Tucker led as the Lakeview case upended the way the state funded public schools. Fellow Democratic Governor Mike Beebe saw Tucker's work during that time as an example of his commitment to the state.
He was always straightforward. There was no guile there. He told it just like he saw it. And he was relatively easy to work with because what was in the best interests of the state was foremost, I think, in his mind.
Tucker's daughter said he died from ulcerative colitis, which, along with another disease, forced him to get a liver transplant in 1996. You can read all of the memorials and tributes posted by Arkansas political leaders on our website, thv11.com.
In a THV 11 update here at noon, a county sheriff changed his plea deal this morning in front of a judge. Scott Finkbeiner faces a number of criminal charges, for all of which he initially pled not guilty. He appeared for a proceeding today where he pled guilty to one count of lying to an FBI agent. In exchange, he will not be tried on other charges. We'll provide extensive new details tonight on THV 11 News at 5 and 6. In a crime alert, copper theft remains persistent in some communities. Recently, Woodruff County is among those trying to crack down on thieves. Multiple incidents had been reported surrounding the vandalism. So far, the county has spent thousands of dollars in damages. Here's food for thought. It's no secret that colder weather tends to be the reason electric bills skyrocket. For people in Van Buren County, though, they're finding themselves digging deeper into their pockets to cover costs. Those frustrations displayed at last night's community meeting. Catherine Rowley explains.
I think I'm speaking for everybody in this room. We cannot afford these rates.
We are as surprised and have sticker shock as much as you will.
The math is not mathing.
When people living in Van Buren County looked at their Petit-Jean electric bill this month, the shocking numbers led to this meeting Thursday night. Hundreds of people showed up asking what changed.
So I guess I'm asking, who's willing to actually do something?
Yeah.
But it was more than just shelling out their own money. Some in attendance expressing concerns about others who might not be able to afford to keep the lights on at these rates.
There are people here who cannot. They just cannot. And what's going to happen to them? We need to help our neighbors.
The first time in 36 years have I ever had a bill like that. Do I want to pay it? No. I feel like it reached into my purse and took $300 away from me.
People I spoke to tell me they had bills as high as $800 for the month of January. A Petit-Jean employee citing high costs and cold weather for the sudden and shocking spike.
The last thing in the world that we want for our members, for our neighbors, our family, are for you to suffer on our account.
That's what we did.
But these prices have customers questioning the electric co-op and the numbers on their bills.
Something is going on because the whole town on the same month had the same thing happen.
Some even calling for the resignation or recall of the board of the co-op.
I say we clean house and get a whole new board in.
Yeah. The CEO and media person for the electric company were at this meeting. I did ask them if they wanted to respond to the allegations and do an on-camera interview. They declined. In Van Buren County, Catherine Rowley, THV 11 News.
Well, if you're a longtime THV 11 viewer, our old friend Craig O'Neill is sharing a new message. We're up close and personal with his new reading milestone in today's Feel Good Friday ahead at 12:18.
Our Valentine's Day forecast is turning out to be quite lovely, but Saturday, well, things are changing. We've got some storms we need to watch. Stay with me. We'll look at all the timing of this and what you can expect them to begin and end.